Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're returning subscriber, thank you for always stopping by to watch my videos. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking my videos, thank you for all your comments. I'm really grateful. You're the real G. And if this is your first time here, you are highly welcome. Please kindly do well to join the family by clicking on that red button, that is the subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, comment. You can as well check out my previous videos, and I'm sure you'll be blessed by it. Thank you so much. So let's just dive into today's video. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about resolution, and we'll be talking about New Year resolution, to be precise. You know, in Nigeria, yeah, when we talk about resolution, we're talking about, especially when it comes to New Year resolution, it's usually something that is common around that towards the ending of the year. People get to self-evaluate themselves, check how far they've been able to achieve their goals for the year before entering the new year. It's just a time whereby people get to resolve to do certain things, and so and then and stop certain things that are not so nice. So basically, new year resolution is commonly found not just in Nigeria alone, but in the western world, and also found in the eastern world. It's a tradition, kind of a tradition, whereby people resolve to continue good practices, that is things that they've been doing and has been yielding results and has been good, things that has been producing good results. People continue to, like, they resolve to continue it in the following year, like the year that is coming. They resolve to say, okay, I'm going to keep on doing this thing, or I can even improve on it and get better at it, so that I can get more returns, or more it can yield more returns for me. And also, it's a time whereby people get to people resolve to change or stop undesired traits or behavior, maybe things that they've been engaging in and has not been profitable, has not been nice, or has not been giving good results for them. People resolve to stop it. And this resolution, it ranges from different levels. So basically, in Nigeria, as people are thinking, okay, we're going for parties, like we're going for Christmas celebration, we are going to be celebrating, going from one vacation to another. People, a lot of wise people, they tend to sit down, evaluate their lives, and then look at those things that I just mentioned, and then prepare, like just basically planning for the new year. So they don't just go into the new year without any plan or any preparation. And it is said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So people just, it's just a common tradition that people just plan for the year. Some write it down, some have it in their mind, but most people write it down. And some is on the new year day, maybe when they get to the church, maybe some people don't attend church. It's only on the 31st that you see them in the church. So when they not get to the church, when the pastor is not preaching or maybe encouraging people about preparing for the new year and all of that, then that they will not start thinking that, oh, it's true, let me not continue this year, this way, and this new year with the same way I lived my life last and this year that I'm in before. We're talking about the next year now. So people will now start thinking, okay, this coming year now, I will not drink again, I will not do this again, I will do this and that. A lot of people, without much proper, it's just because of the environment and the atmosphere, they decide to do certain things. It is not bad to do that, but then results have shown that both those that actually write it down and make proper preparation, and most of those people that actually do not make proper preparation about their new year resolution, don't get to actually keep their resolution after like 2 months or 3 months max. And so, because this somebody might ask me now, why am I making this video at this particular time of the year, when it's not as if we're entering the new year anytime soon? This is June, this is June. Yeah, the reason I'm making this video is because I personally, when we enter this new month of June, I began to evaluate and okay, think about those things I told myself I was going to do and I was not going to do this year. And I realized that okay, some of them I've actually been keeping them, but some have not really been faithful in keeping some of those resolutions. I thought about it that okay, what are the reasons why I've not actually been keeping this resolution, and how can I, get better at it? So I thought of making this video that it's going to be helpful for most of us, like every one of us. You can then look at okay, some of the resolutions we've made, and look at why we've not actually why we have not actually get to keep those resolutions, and how we can do better in it. So please stay right with me as we proceed. So I already told us what resolution means now. So it's just basically strengthening your strengths, and weakening your weaknesses. That is, doing those things that you think okay, they add more value to your life, and then weakening those things and stop doing those things, or change undesired traits or maybe behavior or habits. Yes, habits. People tend to form new habits that are very beneficial to them, and also some tend to break habits that are not so great for them. So that's what we're discussing about today. So now let's just list out some of the common habits that people actually resolve to either continue or to change. Some of the new year resolutions that people make, one of it is exercising, like daily exercising. Some people might decide that okay, I want to exercise myself, get in good shape this year. I'm not just going to be eating and sleeping all around and not really give exercise to my body. Exercise is really very good. Even the Bible says that even though exercise profited little, but then that little that it profited, it's very essential for for human. So people can resolve to people resolve to say okay, I'm going to do exercise. Some resolve to, so now we're listing out the common resolution: exercising our body and getting in good shape. The second one, like people resolve to, this one is common. People say okay, I'm going to read books, and this one is particularly common to me. Like, not just common, like it's common to everybody, but this one, I actually made a resolution this year that I'm going to read a book a week. Yeah, like I said, that first week, second week, third week, fourth week, yes, I was skipping to it. If you want to know how many books I've read so far, you can let me know, and I won't tell you later. I'll tell you people later the reason why I actually resolved to make to read a book a week. Let me even tell you now. Actually, my church, um my pastor, my spiritual father, he, every of his sermon, after everything, we shall connect it to one way or the other to let everyone know that okay, you have to read. And there's even a practical step he actually took, and that really helped me, because I'm not the type that actually loves to read that much. I don't like to sit down in a place and then be reading all day long. I have friends who can read all day long. It's just their hobby, but then it's not really my hobby. It's not something I love doing. But then because of my spiritual father is always on her neck, like reading. Sometimes even in services, he's going to tell her, okay, if you have read so amount of books this year, raise your hands up. Because of when you see people raising their hands up, and you are just there looking at them, you'll be challenged that these people did not have to end now. So you want to be like, okay, this year means I'm going to start reading. So that was one of the reasons why I resolved to say to actually commit myself to reading a book a week. To be honest with you guys, I've not actually kept to it like in total, because if we should calculate it by from what's it called, January to June, now I should have read about 20 something books, but I haven't done that, right? So but if you want to know how many books I've read so far, you can comment at the comment section. I'll let you know. So but then I've been reading, but then I've not been able to keep to it in total. So that's one of the resolution people make, reading books, getting more organized, learn a new skill, or even register for an online course and just learn a new learn something new. And also people resolve to spend less and save more. Spend less and save more. So these are the resolutions that people actually make. Others are like, okay, I'm going to attend seminars, networking meetings, and habits, eating well, and creating a work-life balance. Some people, for students now, they resolve to do better in their grades, to improve in their grades and to do better. So these resolutions are actually very, very nice. There are a lot of them that people make. So but you can also tell me some of the resolutions that you also made this year, in case I've not been able to mention it because it's usually much. So some even make resolution that, okay, I'm not going to drink. Maybe for those who are, oh, maybe are drunkards, I'm not going to drink again, I'm going to stop doing this. Or even believers, some would be like, okay, I'm going to be like, people make resolution as regards, okay, studying their bibles from like maybe Genesis to Revelation within 6 months, right? Another one, like, people resolve to say, okay, I'm going to be praying every day consistently, like for like 30 minutes, for 30 minutes or 1 hour. So these are resolutions that people make that are actually very, very, very nice. But then after much study, a lot of people, after, once it's that new year period, everybody has the vibe, everybody wants to actually make it happen. Those who want to do exercise, they are there doing the exercise every day, and they are consistent with it. For the first week, the second week, third week, people are already getting tired. Fourth week, a lot of people already relented on those things that they resolved to do. Like maximum of it maybe 2 months. I'll be listening out why people actually don't get to um why people don't get to keep their resolution. So one of the reasons why people don't get to keep their resolution is like lack of time, lack of zeal or motivation, lack of finances. For example, now, so those ones who resolve to learn new skills. Some skills are free, like even some online courses too are free, but then some are not free, and you have to have one sort of financial resources to actually exchange for that skill, for anybody to teach you or to get you impact you in that area of knowledge that you want. So resources, lack of resources and lack of time, so a lot of people, they just make that resolution without making proper plan or putting time to their plan. Okay, that this new habit I want to cultivate now, okay, you have to put in time. Okay, I'm going to be doing this thing by this whole time, okay, or every day I'm going to do this. And you have to commit yourself to it. But a lot of people, like I said, some don't even plan for it. It's on the 31st that they now realize that, oh, a lot of people are actually making resolution. They are actually planning for their year. They will not be like, okay, I will not do this again, I will do this, I will do that. And they apart from this, and they don't even write it out. So that's another thing. Not, Bible says we should write out the vision and make it plain upon table, that he may run that readeth it. So that's why most people don't keep their. A lot of people, they just have it in their head that, okay, this year, this coming year, I'll just do this. I will not do this. I will not spend more again. Too much thinking and not doing. A lot of people, like I said, they will think about it, but they don't do. So another one is lack of patience. When people, for example, let me use this example, like those who are making doing exercise and want to get in good shape, when they start, doing this exercise, and maybe for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they are not seeing these results, or maybe they want to break one habit and then they're still struggling with it after some time. People tend to just relent and not continue with the resolution, forgetting that if it was easy and quick, everybody would have been able to do it. And especially for habits, if you want to form any habit or break any habit, it's not a day's job or a day errand. It's something that you have to have patience, you have to keep at it before it was. So a lot of people, lack of patience is one of the reasons why people don't keep their resolution. When they are not seeing results, they tend to just stop. And another thing is, some don't keep track record they don't keep track of their progress, like, okay, track record of their progress, okay. And this thing, as minute as it is, it's one of the reasons why people don't keep their resolution. For example, now maybe you resolve to do something now, and then you've started making progress. A lot of people don't take note of that progress. They instead focus on the ones that they've not been able to do. like those things that they've not been able to achieve. And by so doing, now they get to they get discouraged and then procrastinate and start saying, okay, I will do it later, I'll do it later. So procrastination is one of the reasons why people don't get to keep their resolutions. And then, you just find out that people, like, once is 2 months after New Year, people already are just living their life as it comes, and then they cannot keep to those things that they've said. So right now we'll be talking about how we can actually amend. That's why this video is coming by this time, so we can self-evaluate ourselves. So if you have other reasons why maybe you have not been keeping your resolution, or why certain people have not been keeping their resolution, you can comment at the comment section. Somebody might then ask me, okay, how then do we keep our resolutions? One thing first and foremost is that don't make unrealistic goals or resolutions. The surest way not to actually achieve your goal is by making unattainable goals. I'm not talking about you aiming high. Yes, it's good to aim high. It's good to want to achieve greater, even to challenge oneself. It's good, I do that. But then make your goals or whatever you are resolving to do, make it something that realistic. Now let me explain. For example, now imagine somebody who has not been who is not really used to exercising their body, and then the new year comes and they're like, okay, this year I'm going to pay more attention on my health, I'm going to exercise myself. And then they decide that, okay, this year I'll be waking up by 4 a.m. I'll do like 1 hour 30-minute exercise every day. Already we know that that's unrealistic. Like, even if you keep doing it for the first week, second week, the third week, fourth week, very soon you won't be able to proceed with it, unless maybe you're just helped by God, and you just. But the conclusion of the matter is, don't make unrealistic goals. Make them, it's not, don't settle for less, but then don't start something that that, okay, this thing is too much. You can start small. That's another. Make plans, make proper plans. Don't just think about, okay, I want to do this and that's it. Make proper plans as to, okay, these are the things I'm going to do. Put time to it. Okay, by this also time I'm going to do this, or every day I'm going to ensure that I do this. It's going to help you that way. It's going to help you actually, because once you're making plans, it prepares your mind and your whole body that, okay, this is how I want to actually comport myself or conduct myself this year, and then you'll be able to achieve those things that form those habits and then break those habits. So make pros and cons. That is, give yourself advantages. Okay, what are the things I stand to benefit when I do these things? It goes a long way to encourage you in actually doing those things. Also give yourself the benefits, all those things that you stand to lose when you don't actually keep to do those things you want to do, those resolution. It will help you to, so that when you are looking for motivation, you can always remember that, okay, if I keep doing this thing, I'll get this result. If I don't, I get this result. Keep an accountability partner, somebody you can discuss it. Okay, I resolved to do this year. I resolved to stop doing this, to change this habit. You'll be accountable to that person. The person will be able to watch out for you when you are not actually doing those things, or when you are doing those things which you say you're not going to do again. That was going to help you a lot. This has actually been helpful when it comes to studying. Like there was a point in my life that I really don't study my Bible, I don't pray, but then I had somebody who, I was kind of accountable to the person. So every day the person would be like, okay, give me the synopsis of the things you the scripture you read today. That way, even if I don't want to actually go to read my Bible or to do those things, but because I know that somebody is going to ask me after I've gone, and I'm going to account to that person, I get myself to do them. So it's very, very helpful for you to actually talk to somebody about your resolution, so the person will be able to watch out. Even if the person asks you, but the fact that that this person knows about it, you want to okay, let me do this, so that when you people get to converse as regards that area, you will not be you'll be able to say, okay, I've done this, I've done that. Track your progress. Tracking your progress will actually help you to motivate you that okay, you're actually doing something, you are making progress, or you are not. If you are not making progress, you know that okay, maybe this attempt, the way I'm attempting, probably I need to change it. Or if you're making progress, you'll be able to know that okay, I think this is working, then you'll be able to keep at it. So you have to, like, that's one of the way to keep your resolution. Track your progress, look at how far you've gone, what are the challenges, what are the things that you need to work on. It will help you to be intentional about your resolution. Another thing is, once you track your record and track your progress rather, and you see that you're making improvement, reward yourself. For example, let's use that exercise now, and realize that okay, you've actually been exercising, and you've been getting the results, and you've been, be consistent about it. Reward yourself in any manner, in any way you can. Just reward yourself. It helps you, it motivates you. Be determined. Determination is very key. Whatever you want to do in this life, whatever you want to achieve, you have to be determined that yes, because well, as long as you making resolution, maybe to form an habit or to break an habit, whatsoever you're making resolution in, you need determination to actually keep that resolution. So you have to be determined. So this one comes from within. Make that determination that yes, whether it's convenient or not, I'm going to actually do this that I've resolved to do. And then you find out that you will be able to do it with your past failure. If you have attempted doing certain things in one way, and then you realize that okay, I've not been able to achieve success in it, try to attempt it in another way. Because you cannot keep attempting something in a particular way and expect to get a different result. You won't get a different result. So it's very, very important that you note your failures, of your past failure, and avoid them. So take a small but continuous step. Don't, like I said earlier, don't take one big good step that you know that you won't be able to continue with it. You can start small and then like make sure that you are consistent with it. Once you keep at it, you can then start increasing the pace at which you tax yourself to do one thing or the other, no matter what you are resolving to do. Even if you are starting small, you're consistent with it, and then you are making progress. So that's just it. The main thing is making progress, and don't just wait for the end. Enjoy the process, the things that like what you are doing now. Enjoy the process, because that's what will help you to stay to the end. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you're able to learn one or two things in today's video. So I'll see you in my next. If you are yet to subscribe, please kindly subscribe to that YouTube channel now and like my videos, comment, and also see you in my next.